When my father was on his deathbed, I wasn't expecting him to confess to murdering 7 people in one night. I stood by his bedside, watching as his chest rose and fell in slow, uneven gasps. His eyes, which had always been so sharp, were dull and glassy, staring at the ceiling as if he could see something none of us could. He hadn't spoken much in the past few days, only drifting in and out of a morphine-induced haze. But then, suddenly, his hand twitched. His eyes flickered, and he turned his head toward me, the weight of his gaze making me uneasy. "Dad?" I asked softly, leaning closer. "You need anything?" He didn't respond at first, just kept staring at me, his lips trembling like he was trying to say something but couldn't find the words. I reached out to hold his hand, hoping to give him some comfort in his final hours. Then, in a voice barely louder than a whisper, he said, "I need to confess." I frowned, not sure if I'd heard him right. "Confess what?" His grip tightened on my hand, surprising me with how much strength he still had. His eyes bore into mine, and for the first time in days, he seemed completely lucid. "It was me. I killed them." A cold chill ran down my spine. "What are you talking about, Dad?" His voice grew rougher, more strained, but the words were unmistakable. "The 7 people, back in '82. That was me? I killed them all." My heart stopped for a second. The 7 people. I knew exactly what he was talking about. It was a case that had been infamous in our small town, a massacre. 7 people, found brutally murdered in a cabin in the woods all in one night. The killer had never been caught, and the case had remained unsolved for decades. It was the kind of story that hung over the town like a shadow, the kind of horror people whispered about but never truly believed would be solved. And now my dying father was telling me that he had done it. I pulled my hand away, stepping back from the bed. What the hell are you talking about?" His face twisted in pain, not from his illness, but from the weight of his confession. "I didn't plan it. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. But I couldn't stop." I felt sick, my stomach churning as I tried to comprehend what he was saying. My father, the man who had raised me, the man I had known my entire life, was a murderer. And not just any murderer. He had killed 7 people in one night. "I went out there that night," he continued, his voice shaky but determined. "It was supposed to be just a robbery. I didn't think anyone would be there. But they were. They were all there." I backed away further, my head spinning. I didn't want to hear this. I didn't want to know. They were partying, drinking. I got scared. One of them saw me and tried to stop me. I panicked. I pulled the trigger. My father's words tumbled out in a disjointed mess, like he'd been holding them in for years, and now that the end was near, he couldn't keep it inside any longer. After the first one, I couldn't stop. They were screaming, running. I just kept shooting. Over and over. 7 of them. I counted. I'll never forget their faces. I felt like the walls of the hospital room were closing in on me. My chest tightened and I struggled to breathe. This couldn't be real. This couldn't be happening. I had lived my entire life thinking my father was just a regular man, a gruff, hard-working guy who had his faults but nothing more. Not this. Not a mass murderer. "I buried the gun," he whispered, his voice fading. "In the woods, by the old oak tree. No one ever found it. No one ever knew." I stood there, frozen, unable to speak. The sound of his labored breathing filled the room, and I realized that he was waiting for me to say something, to respond. But what could I say? What was I supposed to do with this horrific revelation? You killed 7 people." I finally managed to choke out, my voice barely above a whisper. He nodded, a single tear rolling down his gaunt cheek. "I'm so sorry," he rasped. "I've lived with it for so long. It's haunted me. Every night I see their faces. I can't take it anymore. I had to tell someone. I had to tell you." I shook my head, stepping further away from the bed. "Why? Why are you telling me this now?" "Because you're my son," he said, his voice growing weaker. "And I didn't want to take this to the grave. I couldn't leave you without telling you the truth. The truth. The truth that my father was a cold-blooded killer. That he had destroyed 7 lives in one horrifying night and had never paid for it. That he had carried this dark, sick secret with him for over 30 years, while I grew up thinking he was just a regular dad." My mind was racing, my thoughts spiraling out of control. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to feel. Anger, disgust, betrayal, it all hit me at once, an overwhelming tidal wave of emotion. "Dad," I whispered, my voice shaking. "What am I supposed to do with this?" His eyes fluttered shut, his breath growing shallower. "I don't know," he whispered. "I don't know, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And then just like that, his hand went limp in mine. His breathing stopped. The steady beeping of the heart monitor flatlined into one long continuous tone. I stood there, staring at his lifeless body, feeling like the ground had been ripped out from under me. The nurses rushed in, trying to revive him, but it was too late. He was gone. But the weight of his confession hung heavy in the room. He was gone, but his secret was now mine. I felt sick to my core, my stomach turning over and over as I thought about what he had told me. I had spent my entire life trying to live up to his expectations, trying to be the son he wanted me to be. And now, in his final moments, he had shattered everything I thought I knew about him, about our family. I left the hospital that night, numb, unable to think clearly. His words echoed in my head over and over. "I killed them. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep for days. And now, weeks later, I still don't know what to do. I still haven't told anyone. How could I? How do you tell people that your father was a mass murderer? How do you live with that kind of knowledge? The cabin, the gun, the 7 bodies? It's all real. And I'm the only one who knows the truth.